You got me on? You live?
We are, in fact, live.
What kind of coffee we got today, dog?
All right, today. Hold on.
I like the Adidas ensemble.
Always.
Man, I love Adidas. You love Adidas. We got to get into some Adidas.
Gotta get that Adidas sponsorship. What's up,
Adidas?
Adidas?
The old Adidas geese. Those were cool.
Oh, dude. The one that I have that's too big, that Dummy wears now, that Gary wears.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they need to make that again with just the stripes all the way down. All right, so today we have 2 Roasting Joes, but it's chocolate raspberry.
Ooh, I can smell it. It smells tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Whoosh. It smells great.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Gan Bae. Hmm.
Oh, shit.
That's all right, man. Miss Crystal, what's going on?
That's a lovely little treat.
Mm. Mm-hmm. That is nice.
It's, I mean, it's a coffee, but it's like 0% coffee also.
Yeah, no, it's, since we don't normally do flavored coffee, I was like, I want to try one.
It's really nice.
Huh.
So like I used to be like a chocoholic as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Secret, used to be a fat kid. I grew up as a thickin', okay? So I know what tastes good. Anyway, I like rich stuff, really like rich chocolatey stuff. And I really like repelled the like fruit and chocolate combo. I was like, no, I can't like mix the two. Like they're two separate entities.
Yeah.
But time changes. I get older, and then I'm like, oh, I see, I understand. Especially like the dark chocolates,
raspberries and dark chocolate,
and strawberries and whatnot. Acai. Had an acai bowl yesterday.
Oh, nice. I haven't had one of those in a while.
I looked into like this Amazon like brand or whatever. It has like a 3-gallon thing you can wholesale. Like you can get it at your house. Like they'll send it to your house. And
that's
like,
nice.
Just you could have 3 gallons of acai, $100. Like I'm like tempted to do that.
You can get it at Target.
Yeah.
They have little frozen pack ones. I have some of those. I have those in my fridge. Yeah.
You can get it at Kroger and
gosh,
it's way more available than
I like that it's super available kind of all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like within the past year or two.
Yeah, because like a couple years ago I got into like making them a bunch and like I couldn't find it hardly anywhere.
Yeah.
But now like Meyer has it, almost everywhere has it. And
yeah.
I like the unsweetened, so like
I like the unsweetened.
That's so like harder to find sometimes, but
now the whatever brand I have in my freezer, they usually have like 3 types. They have like sweetened, unsweetened, and something else.
So like Guarana energy blend, that's like a popular thing.
Maybe. Yeah. But no, yeah, it's always there.
Yeah.
Like I hope that it remains that way because I do enjoy it. I think I'll have some today.
I like what's your blend? I mean, what do you use? I mean,
I'm still experimenting. I haven't settled on anything yet.
Sure. I have a few go-tos.
I like to put some coconut milk in there, or coconut water. Rocco's the nicest dog ever. I don't know what he does. I don't think he's doing anything.
Trying to sprint away or something.
Maybe. He is ripped, man. Rocco's in shape.
Is that pit bull?
Over there. Like the real sleek one.
Yeah, the thick one.
Yeah, he's baller. Nah, but I like to put a little coconut milk in there. I like to put a little bit of granola on it. I don't know. I'm still working on it. Like my mind is open.
Yeah. I go sometimes I'll go straight acai. Like I'll blend it with a little acai juice.
Oh, nice.
I try and make just a straight puree like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll throw in some frozen grapes to make like kind of a thing. I'll throw in some dates on occasion.
Yeah, I need to get some dates actually.
Yeah.
But
peaches also, and like a pineapple can give it a really interesting twist.
Ooh, I love pineapple.
So yeah, I mean that's the fun part. Like you can start to experiment with so much stuff with it, and the toppings are endless as well.
Yep.
Again, like people really like the nut butters and stuff. Like I'm not too much into like the nuts and stuff in it.
I think the nut butter's flavor is too strong.
Yeah, it's a little like overpowering.
It messes it. Yeah, it messes it up.
I rather it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to me then. Like it's like, but I'd much rather stick to just like the acai and fruit and coconut or something like that, and like a granola or something.
Yeah, I kind of like that direction. But
there's like a really that I found at like my Krogetto downstairs or whatever. It's under the Silver Bridge. It's right on. It's like this soft baked local granola. Like I don't.
Oh snap!
It's really good. Like
that's cool.
Blueberry, apricot, and like some vanilla. I think it's tremendous. It's soft. It's not local? Like a hard. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not like a hard granola that you find like
Yeah.
It's very soft and it's fucking addictive. Like,
Look for that. Good stuff.
yeah, it's on the bottom shelf, like under Silverbridge's stuff. So,
Oh, right on.
yep.
Okay.
But yeah, this chocolate raspberry, this is great. Not something I could do like every day.
No. You can
It's
have the
definitely
you
a
can
nice
have the rest of the
surprise.
sample pack if you want.
That's good.
Uh,
Banana flour.
Dude, there's 2 over there.
What's up with that?
All right, so the flower lives in the trunk, right? And so if the banana gets big enough, the flower can come out. So I've literally seen 1 banana flower in my life. Like 1 time did the banana down in Athens flower. I mean, that banana tree would get as tall as a 2-story house. And 1 time it flowered. And then my uncle discovered that the flower lives in the trunk. So we all started chopping our trunks off at like 3 feet instead of like down to the ground.
Yeah.
And I think he was, I don't know who got one first. It was either him or my mom, because they all came from my grandpa, but he never got any to flower. And then mom and my uncle like really figured it out. And then the originally my mom's OG banana tree that busted into the sewer line, like gave birth to the whole family's banana trees. That one flowered once, and I don't know if it's ever happened again. But there's 2 flowers over there. I saw that one and freaked out.
Unprecedented growth.
This is insane. This is like, I'm now head of the family.
Like,
yeah.
All right, I have taken over.
I've officially taken it. It's mine now. The family is. I'm
2 banana flowers.
Yes, but yeah, I saw that the other day. Like, it was just hiding in the leaf. Now it's all obvious and shit, right?
Right.
Like, it was there for probably 2 weeks, like blooming.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see it. It was behind leaves. I just ran into it. I was like, oh fuck. And then I asked my mom about it. I was like, how'd I miss it? She goes, oh, it just looks like a fat leaf.
Yeah.
Like, it blends right in and it's all hidden anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I was looking, and she sent me a picture of hers when it started to flower, and I was just kind of looking at that, and I looked over. I'm like, holy shit, there's another one. But it's not bloomed yet. It's just, I'll show it to you when we're done.
So is that what's going to yield bananas?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. If you look as the see the yellow petals, the big giant, see how they're rolled back. Behind them are bananas.
Holy shit.
And you see like the anthers in them. Those turn into bananas.
Sweet.
Yeah. So these bananas aren't necessarily edible. They're tiny.
But it's a banana.
But it's a banana. But yeah, when you're done, like when we're done, you can go look at it. There's bananas behind that.
Sweet.
There's tons of them.
That's really
There's
cool.
a whole hand.
That's badass.
Yeah. It'll be many hands of bananas. Since it's so early in the season, that whole flower will just keep rolling back, and it'll be like 3 feet long of bananas.
Huh.
Yeah. And then the other one that's all hidden, like it'll do the same.
Well, you ever watched like them harvest bananas and not like the growing process? Like,
yeah. You get to watch it this summer, buddy.
Yeah, that's sweet.
This is amazing. I mean, this at least could be a once in a lifetime event. Like I said, I've literally seen this once, and it happened really late in the season, so we didn't really get to see the whole thing. Like, it got cold and died before it was really done.
I believe this is a lesson to embrace the simpler things and find entertainment in some bananas, or
hell yeah,
plants, dude. Something simple,
Keep your indulgences simple.
Yeah,
be really excited about like little things. But I mean, there's years of growth in that.
That's, I mean,
that original
a lot of work
banana,
into that, really, like.
To a point, yeah. I mean, but like just patience. I have had that banana tree since I got married.
Yeah.
Like 12 years ago.
Now look at it.
And like it never got bigger than 5 feet tall and had 2 babies. And then we moved here and it got real happy. And I was like really adamant about taking care of it and mulching it and everything.
Thriving now.
And now look at it, it's thriving, and I got 2 flowers in freaking Central Ohio.
Look at that little TLC and consistency.
Oh, for
in Ohio, you get some bananas.
You get bananas. But yeah, I'll be. If you're on our Instagram feed or our Facebook, you'll get to see pictures often. And
we love the banana.
Yeah, we love it. It's beautiful.
I just tried some fresh spearmint.
Yes.
Off of your front bush.
Mm-hmm.
Tremendous.
Mm-hmm. I was looking for some summer stuff because the kale and the arugula are done, and the spinach over there is done, but the spinach in the strawberry patch is still crushing it. It's all wild and shit. It's delicious. So I was looking for some more summer things to plant, and I saw that spearmint, and I was like, I'm gonna put that in a hanging planter. I should be happy up there, and it's ecstatic.
See, I like learning all this stuff because like Brooke has a new obsession with plants, and we're going to a place where plants will thrive. So
Heck yeah, dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
I love plants too. I mean, we live in a shitty place, so like.
but raised beds are the way to go, my friend.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I don't think I'll be able to modify anything. I don't even know what floor I live on yet. So like, I don't know if I'm ground floor, second, third, fourth, whatever.
I mean, what do you want a floor? Are you hoping for a floor, or are you just open-minded?
I'm open-minded because I just am, but also like for security purposes and like my anxiety, I'd like second, I suppose, or third, I guess. But also
second
like,
is nice from a heat perspective as well.
Yeah,
because
I live
above
on
and
the
below
third now.
heated.
Yeah, I live on the third now, and it's fucking toasty. It sucks. So like, I'll take second just because I don't necessarily, if I had a choice, want to be on the ground floor. Like, that's just my anxiety. Like,
I got you.
Somebody or something could get in easier.
I want a ground floor bedroom so bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to go up and down steps anymore.
See, I don't know, man. That's just like a thing. Like, I don't know if that's like leftover monkey brain stuff, but I just like want to be burrowed away, kind of, and like tucked away, kind of, and
plant some spiky plants in front of you.
1,000%. Yeah. 1,000% safe. Like, you know. But if I, we're only there for not 20 days, 20 more days, 21 more days, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. What's today? Friday? Yeah, 3 weeks to the day.
3 weeks. Booyah, man. That's cool.
I couldn't be more excited.
I've
just like driven by. I've just like driven by several times just to be like, just to like look at stuff because it's cool. It's a cool place. But
that's awesome.
But yeah, you had a good week training.
Yeah, man, ramping in phase 2 of Dr. Han torture. Oh, good God. It's so hard.
So explain to folks what you're doing with the tennis ball, what that does for you a little bit more. Because some people are like, what is happening with the balls? Like, what happens with the tennis balls? What's happening? So I
like that you talk to people. I don't talk to anybody. Refer to my At Home Badass series on the tennis ball where I step on it. No, it's just basically myofascial release and scar tissue release of so like when I just put it in the crooks of my toes, I'm just creating I'm distracting the joint just a little bit. A little bit of traction. You put the pressure and it distracts a little bit and it kind of just opens it up, right? And then say when I have like the part where like I'll step on it and put it in my right in my middle of my forefoot. So like sort of next to the ball of your foot. And
I've been doing it.
Press the toes down, stretches your toes out. It just stretches the joints out, stretches everything out. And that's kind of what the rest of it does. And then like I'll do the one where you just put it on your big toe, and so your big toe is propped up, and then you lean into it real hard. Yeah, once again, just stretching and just breaking up my fascia, and for me, scar tissue. Yeah. But it
I used to get people used to just touch my feet in jiu-jitsu, and I'd have to tap because they hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Like it would just be terrible. So like ever since working with you and just kind of diving into that aspect, like I've eliminated that almost entirely.
Nice.
And my feet are like basically pain-free, strong, flexible. Like you can hang on them and do shit to them. I'm like, yes.
They move well.
Because I mean, again, like I remember a few matches where people just like touch my feet and like that's it, dude. I feel like it's gonna blow up. Like so releasing that tension, that fascia, and all that. And that's the thing. Like I had shit from kicking, and I destroyed it that way too, that I didn't really take care of either. So like I had a lot of like bullshit to break up.
There's a lot of leftover funk there, man. Yeah.
But now,
I mean,
registered weapons, flexible registered weapons.
If you look at my left big toe, which is the jacked up one, it's starting to change shape.
So I remember how it used to like kind of cave in a little bit.
Yeah, see how it like looks like a toe now? There's like contour to it, and look at the this is coming back. See how the tendon's coming back?
Yep.
Yeah. See my ant?
Nice.
There you go.
Ant's getting first hand look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's legit.
But so start with the feet, bro. Feet and breathing.
Yeah.
I think are your closet ways in to actual like being in shape. And then possibly facial massage.
Yeah.
To start loosening the cranial nerves.
Agreed.
Face and your throat.
I agree because I've done all of the things. So
I've kind of showed you all this stuff. So you're like, yes, it feels beautiful.
I'm not agreeing out of like educational knowledge. I'm doing because I did it. I'm like,
Yeah,
it feels
yeah.
great.
Felt awesome.
But even, I mean, just on the mat, like transferring that to the mat, the foot engagement, like the way you engage your toes and like the way you're connected to the mat and the floor is massively important to how you move the rest of your body, your hips, how the actual effectiveness of you escaping something could depend on how your foot is
just
placed.
That connection to the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there is, like I compare this one video that like Ward and I used to like kind of reference in GWAC a lot. It was like this dude in like a subway fight, basically. I think they're in like a subway terminal, and his feet were flailing in the air, and he's just getting the shit kicked out of him. And we talked about kind of just like getting your feet engaged and moving your, getting your feet plugged back into the floor.
Yeah.
And like what that can start to do, to how it plugs your hips back in. You can get, big people off of you that way.
You got an anchor to move off of, yeah.
Right. But again, it just comes from not knowing grappling or understanding that type of principle or
how to move.
Yeah. So learn to move, learn why you're moving.
Yeah. Oh, they just keep going down the rabbit hole. It's endless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find 10,000 other angles to look at it from.
Yeah. It's just but it's super endless. But no, this phase, as far as phase 2 of the Han, is like I told you, he's just gonna crush me. So like now I'm actually getting in better shape. Whereas before it was all just fixing everything. Now it's okay, let's get in real shape.
Let's push it.
Yeah. Oh. We've been exploring this in yoga. Who knew my big toe informs my pelvis? Yeah, I know. That's why my bone spur came back, bro. I know. It's nuts. The big toe is so important. It's ridiculous. But so yeah, now I just take a really hard training program that doesn't use a ton of weight, but is still super difficult. That is 100% geared to all your weaknesses. Okay, now that's your strength conditioning work.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta do it today.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful day for it.
It is, man. It is. And got my sprinkler head moved. So the throw deck, like the space is prepared.
Tight.
Now
ready.
We got to get it ready. It's gonna be time. Gonna be time to do it. We gotta get the crew together.
I watched so many videos and like different website tutorials and like different, it led me down a rabbit hole that way too. Like when I was thinking of like doing my own shit or whatever, like opening a joint or whatever, I was like, I'm gonna build this throw deck. I'm gonna build this motherfucker.
I wish I still had that article of how to build a sprung floor up with tires.
Yeah.
That was such a cool article. That's what kind of where that idea started for me too, is looking at that, and I'm like,
now you're having like these companies that are basically just like outfitters in terms of like, send us your floor layout and we'll build custom mats for it. Like, it's not having to like lump weird random mats together anymore, which is really nice. Like,
it is nice. Yeah.
You have to like buy old wrestling mats, and that was.
Yeah, now you can buy real mats. You can make good mats now, though. Like
that's what I was wanting to do.
Look at what the Gracies do.
There's great ways to make them, and like maybe in this next joint or something, I'm gonna make some, because there's like hardwood floors. So I might make a nice little square that we can roll out or something.
Nice, man. That'd be cool.
I'm into it. I don't know. It's a beautiful day today. It's been a beautiful week, actually. It
has been a really nice week. We got some rain today at some point this morning. Yeah, you were awake. When did it rain?
I don't know. I've been awake since 3. It's been one of those days. That's the thing. I went out for a while. I went out at like 6 for a little bit. It seemed fine. It must have rained overnight.
There was some kind of pop-up storm, because I mean everything was kind of wet this morning when I came out to water. I was like, oh,
it was wet.
Guess I don't have to water.
It was wet when I went out.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that. And it's supposed to rain this weekend a bit, so that's cool. Well, what are we getting into today, my friend?
Last few episodes, we've just kind of been chopping it up, being back in the swing of it.
Yeah,
and feel like getting actually back into the swing of things.
Yeah, it feels natural again.
It was very clunky at first,
Yeah.
I had to figure out my systems again and adapt and all that bullshit.
Yep. Do all the craziness, but we got everything down.
Yeah, just been trying to keep everything, like keeping, again, like just implementing all the stuff that we talked about, like through quarantine, and taking that,
make it actionable.
Yeah, and like keeping to it, not just like New Year's resolution, like fizzle out after 3 weeks kind of thing. Like,
no, actually making it a permanent change.
Yeah.
And how to fold in the permanent changes from quarantine into life.
Yeah.
Have been a little bit of a challenge, because like, I don't know, with a school age child, it's summertime now, and she's like, I'm not doing anything.
Right.
I'm laying in bed.
You're like, damn it.
And like, so yeah, she's not really, we're not really training together in the morning now, or things have dropped off, yet they haven't. Like, she's gonna do her push-ups today. She's fine.
Yeah.
She's climbing the rope a couple times a week.
It's still fun.
We just sort of scaled it back. Like, we stayed real hardcore during quarantine just to keep a routine. But then summertime hit, and it's like, all right, it still is actually summer. We need to drop back for a few weeks.
Right.
And then build it back up. And so we're kind of in that build back up phase now. But I kind of had the great fortune of getting a physical therapist to work with at some point. So like, I never got to build back down.
Yeah.
I did take a few days off at some point, but I used that as sort of my ramp down, where I was just doing that and nothing else. And now I'm ramping back in.
You'll come into equilibrium here soon.
Soon enough, man. I still haven't quite found it personally. Like, I still don't know how I'm gonna do jujitsu.
Yeah.
But I need to actually, we're going back next week. I'll figure it out then.
Yeah. That's a lot of it too. Like, you'll figure it out when you're there.
Yeah, you gotta actually get there first. So. Sorry, I'm looking at a banana flower. It's so fascinating.
So cool.
It's so noticeable
very
now.
It's very fascinating.
Like, I don't know how I missed it for so long.
It's just a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good year for plants.
Yeah.
Everything's growing so well. I guess because it's extra warm, probably. I have a lot of tropical shit back here. But yeah, aside from the late frost that crushed my peach tree, after that, things started to really pick up.
Yeah.
So
it's turned into a lovely humid spring.
Yeah, yeah. Summertime is humid spring.
Yep.
Yeah. But
middle spring. Humidity.
It's nice though.
Yeah.
I put an ear of corn up over there, like you said too.
Yes.
Yeah. Got the corn up.
I think I saw a squirrel eating a chicken bone earlier.
Sweet.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was just kind of like, that was the first thing I saw this morning, I guess. I was like, I looked out and I saw that. I was like, that's morbid or like weird. I don't know.
Squirrels like chicken wings.
Yeah.
I thought they were vegetarian. Shit.
I was like, shit. Okay. What's up? The squirrels are eating chicken. What's up?
Did you see the video of the bird eating the rat?
Yeah.
That was just swallowed it whole.
Yep.
I was like, that's cool and terrifying.
I like that Nature is Metal Instagram page. It just shows what happens in nature,
Yeah, nature's hardcore, man.
Nature is fucking metal, that's for sure.
I mean, there's the solution to your like the cannibal rat problem in New York. Sick the seagulls on them, man.
The flesh-eating seagulls. I remember reading a book in middle school, like I think it was just called Rats, about like some type of like, not like a zombie rat, but like, some sort of rabid rat infestation, just tremendously gory and gross. Like, how am I allowed to read this in like fourth grade or some shit? Like,
this is crazy. Nature.
Yeah. Shit's fun. This week, I just found myself watching weird ass YouTube videos, like tons of videos. Well, this is like 3 a.m. So I'm like, well, whatever, fuck. Ronnie Coleman working out, like just doing him eating and like
crushing it with intensity.
Yeah.
Eats eggs with intensity.
Yeah. But also at the same time, like the way he it's funny just because like the way he looks at his food, like he's so happy about it. Like, but at the same time, it is purpose and it's simple. It doesn't have to be some frivolous like.
That's
Oh,
cool.
this. He's like he makes like 3 packs of grits with some cheese and puts egg whites in it, and he's so fucking hyped about that.
That's
And
awesome.
he sits there and he eats it and he sweats and
Just-
he's happy as fuck. Like,
That's
comes
awesome.
back to just like he's simple. You know, he was just
But-
on Joe Rogan recently. He's talking. He's
I
like, I still
still
like.
listen to that.
He's
I
like, I still like working out. I'm still in the gym a lot. He's like, I have like 9 fucking neck surgeries and 10 back surgeries, but I'm still working out just because I like it.
Just like to be here.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, fuck yeah, he's awesome.
And
of course, his sayings are hilarious. Like he says, "Yeah, buddy," and like, "Ain't nothing but a peanut," and like all this shit.
Funny.
It's very funny. I watched a video about the world famous sumo guy and his like 10,000 calorie soup that he eats and loves, and
Choconabe.
Yeah, choconabe, yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, damn, I want to find some choconabe.
I have a recipe.
Fucking good.
Actually, me and my daughter discovered choconabe years ago, and we got a recipe off this dude, and we still haven't been able to make it right.
Yeah,
it's actually
dude.
like pretty complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want choconabe so bad.
Again, just another big guy who's happy about like who wants to go train, then he wants to eat and take a nap, and he's happy as shit.
Yeah,
like, that's life.
but like
that's
keep it simple, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're able to break it down that much, like that's cool, and that's train, eat, sleep. That's super healthy.
It's healthy.
It's a good thing, man.
If you can find enjoyment in that, I think
Uh-huh.
that's a key. That's what's hard to portray to people and to get to people and to get across to people is like. I know it seems weird and like monotonous on paper, but like the cycle of it is so healthy and just like
It is so happy. It's so
Right.
enjoyable, man.
it's just a simple. I remember just like even though like that's the weird part about like being in like a shitty spot is like that cycle kept it going. You know, like
Mhm.
I just would train, eat, sleep on the mats. Like
Yeah.
it was being there and living in it so much that like it was so much a part of it that I.
Well, that's the part of that's the part that you miss.
Yeah.
It's like
That's like the
why
same
people
thing,
go
like,
back to-
traveling with people
Yeah.
and like
like the why people go back to bad relationships because they only remember the good part.
yeah.
And you got to kind of flip that and remember the good part, but don't go back.
Yep.
So like when you like had to live in a school and sleep on mats, it's not necessarily a good thing,
Right.
but because it's like a cool memory and it was a time you persevered through and there's lots of fun adventures there and mats can be fairly comfortable, honestly.
I sleep on the floor most
yeah,
nights
sleep-
anyway, so like
And so yeah,
mats
it's
are,
like
softer than that.
yeah, seriously. It's like the really happy thing to look back. Yeah. And you kind of remember those bits. But yeah,
knowing, again, but there is like there's solace knowing that I did it and then came out of it and like
and
but
also that
look
you found,
back fondly on it.
that you found like a really happy pattern
Yeah.
within a what was actually chaos.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
maybe you were sheltered yourself from it in a certain way because you found a way to thrive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. But now like I've taken that happiness cycle into a better place.
Yeah.
and
You kept the same cycle and
yeah,
put it in a better
much-
environment.
much
Yeah.
happier.
Yeah. Much healthier, much better.
smoother,
But
much more zen.
yeah, it's like you put your reps in and now you get to put your reps in again,
Yeah.
but it's better.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I'm in a better spot where I don't have to sleep on the mats. Like,
Yeah.
I could if I need to. Blah, blah,
Now,
blah,
if you
I don't,
want to, it's
Yeah, yeah.
cool. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not a necessity
You know,
anymore.
But at the same time, like I had the spot I'm at now is built from that. Like, it was built
Yep.
because I did that. Like,
hmm
so even though again we're moving out of that spot and then going on, and like it's building and it
Yep.
takes a long fucking time. It took a long time. I was thinking about that earlier this week. Like, a lot of people wouldn't put 12 plus years of ass whippings and like working out and like lonely bullshit for that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so I enjoyed it. I wouldn't like advertise it for somebody, but I wouldn't take it back.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a choice,
Mhm.
but it's a more interesting life, and it may not be wrought with success.
Yeah.
Like you're not making a ton of money, you
Nope.
know. Okay, which give and take. I don't hate money.
No,
Like, it's cool, but I do hate not having a good story to tell.
Mhm.
Like truthfully, that is a cornerstone of my life since I was 3 years old. I need to have a good story about this and
Yeah.
not a made up one. It has got to be real.
Yeah.
And so like I prefer that type of life because it's a good fucking story. It's
Mhm.
lots of good stories. It's
Yeah, and
It's-
I like I grew up in like kind of like a semi-boring place, right? Where like nothing like popped off, you know. It's like people were imaginative and like they just talk shit, spread, and there was nothing like substantial to stories. It was just bullshit.
Yeah.
So then like
substance
that
to
was
shit
like
talk.
pounded into my head. I'm like, these aren't like this isn't real. So then like when some real shit would happen to me, I would like brush it off like it was nothing, and people would be like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? That happened? Like, how are you alive or whatever? Like,
yeah. Oh no, there's all my stories.
yeah. So
Like
Jesus
most people
Christ.
don't believe me, and then someone's there confirms it. Oh, I remember that, dude. Like, how did you not die?
Exactly.
I know, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, wait, that was real?
Got witnesses.
Yeah, that was 100% real. I didn't exaggerate any of it. No, yeah. I like living a life like that like everyone thinks is fiction, but you couldn't fucking make up.
Yeah.
Like that's just fun.
Yeah, that's I guess you know, and help you sleep at night a little bit too. Like, put it out there today. If I can, you know, did it.
Yeah, like you know, it's not a, it's like a success is great. As much success as I can get, I want. Do I wish I had more? Sure, but the fact that I went for it and got a good story out of it, like yeah, then you can sleep at night.
Yeah,
and you can look at yourself in the mirror and be like,
you live with it. You don't have it doesn't take you into that weird spiral of like fuck me. Like
yeah, like it gets rid. Yeah, like it's way better. What we got? Oh, Miss Krista's back again. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that, and so that's why I keep telling people when like anytime I see anyone like we go to a store that's open or something, they're like crazy times. I'm like, it's gonna be a great story. We live through it. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. My way of trying to carry things over.
Yeah. There's always a positive twist to it, I guess, or you know, a way to learn, right?
Oh, it's a choice. I mean, nothing happens for a reason, but you can find reason in everything. You can learn something from anything. Like, I hate the idea of that happened so I could learn. Fuck you. And you're not the center of the fucking universe.
Yeah.
You choose to learn something from it?
Right.
Okay. You know, there are plenty of things that happened in my life that I learned a shitload from, that if they never happened, I would be 100% okay with that.
Yeah.
I would prefer that it never happened.
Right.
Because oftentimes it didn't involve me.
Yeah.
It was someone else.
Exactly.
Like, I'd rather that not happen. I don't need that lesson. But
got it.
I got to learn it. It didn't happen for me. I chose to see that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it didn't happen instantly. Sometimes it was 10 or 20 years later. I was like, huh.
Yeah, it's a delayed release kind of
thing. I figured that out finally. Neat.
That's part of the fucking turmoil, you know? That's part of it.
But yeah, like take those lessons from this time. That it's not happening for you, but it is happening, and you can make some bit of your experience for you. You know, move through it.
Agreed. No, yeah, I'm just kind of like pondering on it.
Yeah.
Because it takes, people make it so much about like themselves, you know, and then they like blame it onto something else as opposed to like, all right, taking it in, let's make something out of it.
It's hard to get out of that protective mode. Human beings were narcissists by nature.
Yeah.
Because I
feel like people have a hard time admitting that. Like me? No.
Yeah. We're all narcissists in some way.
Yeah.
It's just that can you admit it, then that's kind of when you get out of it. It's the people that can't see it, even if they're told like you do this, this, and this, you're a fucking narcissist. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you said no, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Or then they tell you you're a fucking narcissist. I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is definitely. But here's why. You know, and I acknowledge that, and I'm so there's a fun sort of, you got to realize that, you know.
Yeah, there's that self-realization aspect, but also like it's not always like a condemnation to be like, hey, you're being narcissistic, why this X, Y, and Z. People will take it very poorly, you know, especially
most people flip the fuck out on
yeah man, like,
oh, how could you even assume I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I can't tell you how many like weird conversations I've had like that, like with people like waking up out of like a random like getting a text message fury at 3 a.m. like, what the fuck's happening? Like
I'm fucking sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know, and yet the world is burning.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
People don't fucking contact me late at night anymore. Now that I say that, someone will. But nah, man.
No, I made strict boundaries now.
I have super strict boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, and like, so funny. My best friend called me last night like 9:30. I freaked out because I was scared.
Yeah.
Because like he's not the type to do that.
Right.
And he's like, man, I forgot to call you today. I needed to tell you this thing for the week because we're trying to meet up this weekend to give each other our belated birthday presents.
Right.
And I was like, you okay, man? He's, I'm good. I'm okay. Because he knew I'd be scared if he called that late.
I called my sister the other day to ask her a question because I was driving.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to text her.
Mm-hmm.
So I used my phone in another way.
Oh, shit, are you dying?
Yeah. But I called her and she's like, what? She's like, what the fuck are you calling me for? She's like, you don't ever call me. What's up? I'm like, oh, this. And I just asked her my question or whatever. But there's such like a weird like phone anxiety like that I have. And like, but it just circulates because of like habits around that. Like I don't call people, but like if I do, there's probably something wrong.
Yeah. It's funny the patterns that you notice in people and that you develop with people.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like I've been trying to call people more and less texting and like shit like that.
Old school.
Yeah.
Just plug your phone in and be connected to the wall when you do it.
Dude, well, the way my phone works, like the battery sucks, so it almost has to be. So it's like kind of old school. But also like my phone plan is almost up, and I'm like on the fence for a flip phone, dude. Like I'm gonna get.
Ooh.
I have no reason not to. Like my contract is expiring, and it's like.
Get a slide phone.
Dude, I might.
Do they still exist?
I think.
God, I love those things.
I don't see why not.
I miss having a slide phone, Matrix style.
Just be like, give me the most basic shit that I can't break, that I can text and call on.
Do they still have the little the Nokia bricks? Those still exist?
I don't know.
That was my first cell phone.
Yeah,
and
I had one.
Like my daughter used it as a toy as a child.
We can't fucking break them
because it's impossible to break. Like that, like it. The battery's out. It's done. But it's like that thing is invincible, and that was my very first cell phone.
Yeah.
Though it's got no keyboard. Like you text too much. I think that'd be annoying.
That's the thing with that's another reason. It's like it puts another thing between you and texting.
Nice gap.
It's
okay, I get
hard
you. I get you.
to do. So that's the thing. Like
for
me, it's easy to do all this stuff, and I want to do it, and it's easy.
Because it's easy.
For you, like I feel like you don't necessarily. You're not like.
I'm not
your
compelled.
Brain isn't compelled to do
it. Dude, at least he's on a consistent schedule.
Yeah.
I applaud that. And he's got a bro tank on. Okay, cool.
Well,
but the guy mowing his lawn. I was looking at Instagram this morning because I did my normal my morning posts for, listen to the podcast at 10. And I kind of flipped around for a second because we follow interesting shit that I want to know about. And I found myself, I got sucked in for about 5 minutes. I was like, stop this.
Yeah. So that's how, like things like that, but on like crack level. Like, I'm just like, oh shit, I get on like a deep dive and I find this interesting. Like, so I have to like make efforts to put shit between me and that. Like,
I gotcha. See, I have a child that puts me between me and that, I guess.
Yeah. Something that's like you can like monitor activity and stuff on there, which is cool.
I do like that. It's neat. Yeah, you can tell how long you've been on.
Yeah,
it's a nice tool. It's a nice tool to kind of catch yourself.
But I'm trying to. I have the pro and cons list. For flip phone, it's very pro. Like the cons list would be like ease of things. Like I could do other things. Like I could do the things. I just have to do them from my computer. And I'd have to be like patient about doing certain things.
Or you have to get home and do it.
Yeah, exactly. Or it'd be like, hey, I have to get home to a computer. I don't have a fucking phone, but like, that's my fucking boundary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you need a boundary, that's a good way to set it up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
personal and otherwise, sort of. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's a physical boundary, though. It's not like a moral boundary.
Yeah.
It's I literally cannot do this if I am not home.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you need that, then you got to go to that level.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do it. Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, I'm not the type of person to like, and I've, again, put steps between myself and that, but like, I'm not the type of person to be like typing on the thing, like, I'm deleting Facebook forever and blah, blah, blah. And then like come back 30 minutes later and be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just not that. So like, I just, I've never been like an active poster or anything, like, but I dig into stuff like.
Yeah, I'm not a super active poster, but I do like to, like, as far as Facebook goes, like I check on people.
Yeah,
I like to
that's
do happy
exactly
birthday
it. Like, I
checks.
check on people.
You
And
know,
I check on other stuff. Yes.
I do, like, sometimes I'll have like a funny comment, like, you know, if someone asks something like, you know, one of my friends put up like, what's a underrated series that you had, you know, like name an underrated series that got canceled too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I know the dude doing it, he's funny. And it, like, he's actually a stand-up comedian, friend of mine. And he used to work at Target. But and so that's a funny conversation. Or like, you know, my friends with kids, you know, like another one of my friends was like, you know, my children, you know, are trying, like, won't stop fighting. And I'm like, this is why combat sports with specific rule sets and defined ways to win would really come in handy. And she's like, yeah, but they fight to the death. And I'm like, well, yes, losing to your brother is worse than death. I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, this is why.
Yeah.
So that's a funny conversation to have, you know? Or
that's a hard conversation to have over text too, though.
It is, but like in just funny little snippets. Like if someone that like you wouldn't necessarily text or call that you're really not super in touch with.
Yeah. True.
So you can have like just little snippets, because otherwise
that's
the 99% of the people that I'm friends with on Facebook, I would not know at all anymore.
Yeah.
But these are people that I grew up with, that I do like to still be in touch with. We do like to have a limited amount of interaction. What are they building? I wonder if anyone can hear that. Someone's building some shit. Sounds like it's gonna be nice.
It better be nice.
That's my neighborhood on a Friday morning, man.
Yeah, I guess goddamn weather's nice. People are out doing
stuff. What the hell? Yeah.
It's like they've been cooped up for 3 months or something.
I know, seriously. Gosh. Or no, I had one more point about Facebook. Oh, I have really smart friends that post very interesting articles. I know people that are like scientists and politicians.
Yeah, yeah.
And like just super educated in one thing or another, and they post like really informative shit.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Like
I like that.
Epidemiologists and people who are, like you said, like local politicians. And
yeah,
People, or it's like people who are coaches, like that are old coaches. People that would never, remember their birthday, and then
I remember their birthday is a big key for me.
Or even just like know that they existed at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like. Mm-hmm. When you get caught up in shit, then you might scroll past their name, like, oh fuck, how are they doing? You reach out to them, and it sparks something, like for sure.
But my point being is, I have solid boundaries on that.
Yeah.
I don't go past. I don't get sucked in real hard on it.
That was something like when you started doing like Facebook and Instagram stuff, I was like jealous of, because you're easy. You could just be like, whatever. And it's like, get rid of it. I'm like,
I don't know how to do that. I can't walk away.
Right. So now I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, it's just because because in quarantine I was glued to it.
All right.
Fucking, everything.
Nothing else to do, man.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like an anxiety at an all-time high, and it's like checking in.
Just push up.
There's this meme of Matthew McConaughey smoking a cigarette, looking at his phone, like looking insane, and like that's me throughout quarantine. Like I'm just like fucking like tweaking out like for days. Like,
but you had great hair.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and for some reason, it's again like just pacifying to scroll and do whatever.
It is, man. There's a certain I don't know.
It is disconnecting, so like that's what it was.
It is a good disconnect. Yeah, it's you can absorb into it. Personally, I would love to have like a VR station. Mm-hmm. If you really want to get in, absorb, might as well go into fake land.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's the thing. It's sort of like when you're not doing it, don't fucking touch it. Then when you do it hard. Like
yeah, I'm all for that. Like go big or go home, man. Right. Go home and go big.
Yep.
Like it's like I like to be all in, but all in small doses.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that's just how my personality works.
Yeah, and it's hard to rein that in, because sometimes you go all in and the dose gets big.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, oh shit,
bit off a pretty big chunk.
Whoops, can't control that. Yeah.
That's fucking life, though,
Yeah, I mean, the navigation perils of life. Yeah. That's how it is. Wow, so we kind of have a topic today.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. Weird.
Topic forms.
Forms just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That's an interesting like. You look at like podcast formats, like ours forms to the end. Like everyone forms so hard at the forefront of everything, and then they're like, okay, this is a plan. And they like execute whatnot.
Because even when we have a plan, it still forms to the end.
Oh yeah,
we still have like, oh, there's our topic today.
It's got to be a wiggle room plan for
yeah.
sure.
It's always a real loose thing. Yeah, we just kind of go.
That's just how it is.
That's funny.
Because like, that's the thing. Like again, Facebook. I like the most posts that I see are from that podcast group that I'm in or whatever, which is cool because again, it's informative and like a lot of it's bullshit.
Is it okay?
That's
kind of like my parent group that I'm a part of. It's just local people posting stupid bullshit.
Yeah, it's like 50-50. Like,
like God, stop.
It's like that should be taught in high school. Is like how to filter bullshit online.
That is actually being taught in grade school now. My daughter's learning that.
Great.
How to like. What not to use.
Yeah. Like, we learned that because those sites are dead now. The ones that we were told not to use and shit, aside from like Wikipedia. And stuff.
Yeah, Wikipedia's still around, and I mean, but you got to actually know what you're looking at to get anything useful out of Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
To know if it's true or not.
But again, like you have that. It's a skill too. It's not something, but like you have to.
But yeah, it's just
do it and see bullshit and sift bullshit. And get rid of
most people don't have this skill.
Yeah.
But now, I know for a fact she is very much learning that in school. It's super impressive and awesome, and it makes life a lot easier.
It's good
because I definitely have that skill, but I developed it. I saw it coming. I've been around since the beginning of the internet. I saw it happening. And so, but she's definitely got it down, which is cool. It makes it easier for me because I'm not old yet, but I feel I will one day be the group that gets fooled by shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the old dude who's like, I thought that was real.
Yeah, there's always that's because they're always fucking evolving too. Like the scammers are. Like they're using the latest technology and like whatever technology will be when we're fucking 80, 90, whatever.
Good God. I hope whatever it is.
Just like inject a thought into your brain and be like, click accept and give us $100. Like it'll be a thought.
I'm not necessarily against wetware, but
right.
I would like to just inject some growth hormone into my joints, man. Legally.
Yeah.
Like so I can grow my shit back.
Yeah, it's like just
I'm okay with that. That's really like my baseline need here, man. We're talking about future technology.
Yeah. Give me some I don't know, just give me the shit that's gonna
that fixes it easily without massive surgery or having something chopped off and replaced.
Right.
That's possible now.
Keep going.
Yeah, let's
keep going
do
for a little bit.
I want that for affordable that. Yeah.
I always think of the fucking like wax vat or whatever the vat is in Wanted.
Oh,
they lay in it after they've been shot and stabbed and whatnot. The next day they break out of the wax and they're fucking fine.
Fine.
What the hell? I want that.
That's pretty cool.
What sort of magic bullshit is that?
I would 100% do that.
God. Or like I remember in Blade 1 when he like got all fucked up and he just like sits in a chair for a couple hours and heals and then he's just fine. Like,
I kind of used to do that.
You just gotta sit.
Yeah, no, I used to like I like to think I healed that well, but I don't know.
You have to put yourself in the brain space too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna be pissed off that you're sitting there.
Yeah. Well, no, like I used to to avoid sleeping, I learned how to meditate for a very long time, and I got the idea out of a novel version of Batman Nightfall where Bane breaks Batman's back and all that shit. Well, when he's rehabbing, he in the beginning of it, there's a spot where Alfred like explains what Bruce does to go from Bruce to Batman, and at one point he goes and Bruce goes and like meditates for like 3 hours, and he's like he won't need to sleep, he's going to have a long night tonight. I'm like 3 hours, like, all right, I can do that, and I got it down to an hour and a half. That I would literally meditate for an hour and a half at night, and I wouldn't sleep. I would do this for days.
You're like, sleep.
Just because I could.
You get strung out, and then you gotta sleep.
Yeah. Oh, then it was nuts. But like, I got so deep in it, like I figured it out to a point.
You're achieving some partial form of restfulness. I mean, you're getting rest.
It is a third form of consciousness. It's not sleep. It's not awake. It's
Yeah.
a cool little in-between state. But your brain is so fucking wide open
Yeah.
that you're just like connected to the universe.
Yeah.
Like I do that like a lot of times while I'm falling asleep, or when I'm asleep and I kind of partially wake up, I'll know it. But I know I can play in that space in my head, so I'll explore all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah.
But it's because of that time, like when I really focused on it, it gave me that ability.
Mhm.
I can do that now. Or now when I meditate for 20 minutes and it literally feels like 5 hours. And I do that every day. Because I've trained it so hard that I can get so much out of such a small period of time that it's just time is super flexible. But because I went so far one way, that's why I figured that out.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, push really far in one direction. They're like, it's too far. Then you come back, dial it in a little bit.
Yeah, like I like to do that though.
Yeah.
I like to push really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Too far, way too far. Okay, I learned a lot from going way too far.
Yeah, that's a weird space to live in too sometimes.
It is, yeah. There's a space like you're one of the few people I could have that conversation with. And you're like, oh yeah.
Done that.
Done that, been there, yeah. And you got an example of shit you went way too far on. And like that's a certain weird personality trait.
It is.
That
and like I was reading about that type of personality trait that'll look for like
nice.
bursts of just intensity, basically. Like, you know, it's it's weird.
It's fun though.
It is, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta have your toe in the dark arts a little bit or some bullshit.
Oh, most certainly. Yeah. But I like pushing extremes because it allows you to be a really boring person. Like, oddly enough, this is why I'm an extreme person, is because I'm also a really fucking boring person. I have no desire to really do anything. I'm like the dude in Office Space. What do you do with $1 million? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I would just said, but because like I would totally jump off that cliff right fucking now. That'd be amazing. I'd do that. I would love to be able to do that every morning. Jump off a cliff into a lagoon.
Yeah.
Like fall like 200 feet. Swim. Yay. Woke up. Good. But like because I would do shit like that on a regular basis is why I can also I'm just gonna sit here and stare at a banana tree for the next hour. I got nothing else. I'm just gonna drink coffee and look at this tree. It's great. You're like, why don't you want to do something? I am doing something.
I got my dose.
I'm good.
And this is what I'm doing. There's controlling the spectrum that you created for yourself. Like you created the boundary of going too far. You've slid back a couple times, and you're kind of just chilling in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It gives you a choice because you know what.
Yeah. Because
I guess I don't know.
The middle is the most horrible spot.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing satisfying there.
Yeah.
You're just fucking reaching for shit the whole time that you can't grab.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to one end or the other and you kind of bounce back and forth, you go way fucking extreme. You do the crazy shit. It hurts sometimes. You live through it. It's a great story. Then you can go way back the other way and be like, I like to lay in bed.
Yeah.
And you don't feel guilty about that in any way.
The enjoyment and the simple shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fucking, go out, get the shit kicked out of you at a tournament. You had the dose of the craziness, and then that makes you fucking enjoy laying in bed.
Yeah, then you like
soreness set in.
100% appreciate that comfortable bed, man.
That's also something that like not everyone could go and get into. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But then they're like unsatisfied, and they think you're crazy. But then they're the ones fucking searching for shit. Like, why are you so lazy? I'm like, I did yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's like
I'm not lazy.
I fought 4 people. What did you do?
What'd you fucking do? Yeah. Oh, nothing. Okay. That's why I'm lazy today. Or like cookie day. If you want to bring it to a different example, I never have guilt when I eat sweets. When I have a bowl of ice cream, there is no guilt there. I'm not going to go work off any calories. That's the stupidest fucking thing in the world, by the way. Yeah. Don't punish yourself for eating. But
very weird.
Because like on Fridays, I will 100% go get a $4 cupcake.
Yeah.
And love the shit out of that thing.
Yep.
In fact, we're going to buy a cake today. We ordered one because my daughter's birthday, like our cake place was closed.
Boom.
And so we ordered one. We're like, belated birthday. We are so excited about that cake.
Yeah.
We just got a little sheet cake. We're going to crush the shit out of that thing this weekend. Probably just me and her. Like, if anyone else shows up, we'll give you a piece. putting it out there.
This is cake party.
But we're gonna crush the shit out of cake and have zero guilt about it.
Yeah.
And zero like, this isn't healthy. We shouldn't be doing this. Because we don't eat sweets otherwise.
Right.
It's just like Fridays and
It's
a
not
little
like
bit
a
on the
part of
weekend.
normalcy.
Yeah. And it's like, that's it, man. Yeah, and it's gonna be delicious.
But then there's people that are like, that have to go out on the weekend, drink and do drugs and like do all this crazy to chase all this emptiness
that,
bullshit,
man.
you know? Like,
Oh, that's crazy. I never understood
I
that.
don't know.
Although being a guy who went on the weekends and fought people
Yeah.
and like trained till I died, like
People didn't get that. So.
possibly the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so I can't judge too hard, but I feel like I had a better experience than the clubbers.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like, they're like 90% of the time, it's like, I'll be training, doing that thing. One time something happens that lines up, I go out to see this club thing or whatever.
Got your one time in the club.
I hate it. Don't ever want to do it again. I see it, check it off the list.
Yeah,
know?
but like you don't do it often. So like when you go out, you could say, all right, I'm going to make this a memorable experience.
Exactly.
I'm going to do some crazy shit. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
And it's a great fucking story.
Yep.
And it doesn't
That's
just
it.
blend in. Like literally,
yeah.
you'll tell that story and people will assume that was every weekend.
Yeah.
It's an amalgamation of every weekend for years. You're like, no, this was one time.
Right.
This really happened. That's it.
Yeah. That's like, me and Rodney actually have a funny drinking story.
Awesome.
We got
I'm
very
sure that's
drunk and went
amazing.
to like this biker bar, sang karaoke, and they asked us to leave. And
Yes.
then we ended up going out back and throwing beer bottles at each other's heads for a while. And I ended up tomahawking a beer bottle into a tree, and it stuck and didn't break. And then I took a picture, and it was the most. You just hear like a chunk, like you're like, wait. And we stopped our beer bottle fight, and we go and check out this thing. And, silly bullshit, stupid.
But it only happened once.
Yeah, no one got hurt.
It's not like a
Nothing was
regular
silly.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but like it's
that's
just
a great
goofy.
story.
It's fucking fun. And, like,
Yeah, that's a
that's
good
not
one.
something I would do every fucking day.
It's
But,
like it's like the time I got politely kicked out of a bar for being like, I don't know, there were 6 guys that wanted to beat me and my friend up, and 3 of them were football players for a local college. That's why they kicked us out, because they didn't want us to beat them up.
right.
I was like,
they're on the football team.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's real?
Yep.
But like, no, I thought they went out. I thought my friend went outside to fight. And so like I was gathering up my crew, and that's like I did like a bunch of cool shit that night. Lots of cool athletic things and fun things and dancing with people. But I ran outside like ready to throw down, because I'm like, he can handle 6 people for a few minutes. He's fine. And I ran out like, yeah. And he's just talking to a cop. I'm like, did I miss it?
He's like, what's up, you?
He's like, nah, me and missed nothing. They called the cops on us. I'm like, what? On us? He's like, yeah, but really on you. But
That's
I'm
happened.
like, I'm the smallest guy in here. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Like, no, they didn't want us to beat him up. I'm like, well, son of a bitch.
It's weird, yeah. That's a weird part about, again, like bar life.
Bar life, I don't like it. It's
Fighting.
weird. Yeah.
It doesn't mix.
No, it doesn't. People think it does,
it does not mix.
but they are not the same.
Because again, it's so I take Buffalo Wild Wings, for example. It creates this strange dichotomy between actual people who fight and fight fans who do not fight.
Or people who
it
think
puts them in the same room.
Yeah, are not actual fighters, not really fight fans, but then pretend to be for a second and think they know
Yes.
everything. Yeah.
So then it puts someone who might train jujitsu, kickboxing, and maybe karate, even that, whatever, they have some background. They're sitting there enjoying the fight, the speculation of it. They're over there like, get him in the head, get him in the headlock, this, that, like
Bleed,
screaming,
man.
like just screaming bullshit they know nothing about. Like,
Yeah.
it just put, I don't like, very rarely would you be put with like a pro football player and watch a
football game.
and be like,
Yeah.
and have be able to have your own dialogue about it.
Yeah.
He would be like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know shit.
yeah, because I come from the know how to fight end of that. If I was sitting next to a pro football player during a football game, I'd be asking him questions.
Exactly.
That'd be really fucking interesting.
Yep.
I wouldn't be like saying I know shit that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I'd be like,
But at the same
what
time,
do you see,
I
bro?
wouldn't be like, actually, wait, no.
No,
this
I
is
wouldn't be
what
like, no, you
I'd
don't
be
know what
like,
you're talking
oh,
about.
shit. I'd be like, oh shit, look at this jab. Oh fuck,
Yeah.
Somebody'd be like, wait, do you know something? Or like,
Yeah, no, yeah, like, but I think that's because like we both come from the fighting end,
Mhm.
and we're very used to people thinking that they're like, that's easy.
Right. Yeah.
And blow that shit off. That's
Right.
fine.
Right.
Like, did you see Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje? Do you want? You know how much that? Oh my god! I just watched that yesterday. Actually,
a lot of people like are grounded when they hit their funny bone. They like, oh fuck! Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so you crack a leg kick off. What are you gonna do?
His
You're just
shin
gonna
was
take it?
bleeding
Like
from checking leg
like the
kicks.
UFC video game does. You think that's what's gonna happen?
You think that's gonna happen? I mean, I applaud the original UFC video game for having a Forrest Griffin that never ran out of energy.
Yeah.
That was
That's how he
perfect
fought.
because that was how I fought. It's
Yeah.
very accurate. But try doing that in real life.
Yeah.
It fucking hurts.
Yep.
It hurts for weeks.
Yep.
It's not just at the time. At the time, it doesn't hurt at all, actually. A little bit. And if it does, then you're like, oh, fuck, that's really
Yeah.
bad.
And you're like, oh no.
Oh, that's going to fall
then you're
off.
gun shy, and then you get fucking hit again. You're fucked.
Yeah.
So
And then, like, but you know, if it hurts at the time, it's broken.
Yep.
It's done.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it hurts at the time, you're like, oh no.
Oh, fuck, that's a surgery. Yeah.
Pain is the leveler of the playing field.
Yeah. But then, like, yeah, people don't realize that hurts for, I mean, minimum weeks afterward.
Mhm. You're not
Possibly,
walking right. You're not.
possibly your life.
Yeah.
You know, and like no one wants to grasp that.
Yeah.
Like I've never been able to explain that to a person like a regular human. So that like it's just a toe. Okay. I'm gonna smash your big toe with a hammer, but I'm gonna do it 5 times a day for the next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want you to bitch about that ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't say a fucking word.
Don't
about it.
don't even fucking acknowledge that it happens.
Yeah.
And then for the next year, when that shit does not work, and everything else starts falling apart in your body because of it, don't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking
Like,
look at me.
It makes me laugh. Like, again, the dichotomy of the UFC fan and the UFC fighter, right?
Yeah.
Foot stomps, shoulder checks, ground grappling. No one likes grappling on a casual basis. They think it's bullshit. They boo. Stand it up. It's like, you know how much damage could happen? What beauty is happening? Like, there's.
You know why he's not standing up right now? You know what can happen as he puts his hand down and hips
Yeah.
out? Do you realize like what an elbow does to your eyeball?
Yeah, it's like, dude, exactly. Yeah, it's like until you understand how easy it is to make someone like spurt blood out of their head, just because you nicked them, you're like, oh fuck, like
Yeah, seriously.
it puts a different.
Until you've been
view
like
on it.
legitimately eye poked by someone
Yeah.
who actually knows how to knock people out.
Yep.
Like that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Eyeballs are not like that's just horrible, dude. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just very funny, I guess. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. Now it makes me laugh. It used to piss me off when I was younger. But now I'm like, no, now it's just funny. But yeah, that will never change. That's life. That's the game, dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Just with martial arts, I guess, like there are people out there who train and who don't seem like they would, don't seem like they train, don't seem like they might know some shit.
Have you seen pictures of Justin Gaethje in real life?
Yeah, it was glasses and
he's
shit.
He's a computer programmer. Like he's literally a social worker.
Ryan Hall.
That's what Ryan
I
Hall.
always think of Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall is the best. Yeah, he is so lethal. It just
Like that's always the example in my head of Ryan is like Ryan Hall being able to just like fuck most people up.
Yeah, and do it really gently.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
Gaethje hits so goddamn hard, your skull will collapse.
Mm-hmm. There's a violence to that, and like I love that.
I love that.
There's also a beauty to
how
efficient Ryan Hall could be in killing.
But yeah, there's a beauty to the just a bored efficiency of a Ryan Hall.
Yep.
Where Gaethje, like he's into it and having fun. He'll have a smile on his face, and you'll hear a loud thud when he hits you.
Uh-huh.
But Ryan Hall would literally just roll onto your leg and snap it off, and you wouldn't even notice until you went to get up.
Until your shit was snapped.
And then like you go up and your leg collapses. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god.
So I like both ends of that.
I do. I love both ends of it. I love it. I like that they're both happy.
Yeah. Happy doing that. That's the thing. People find something simple that makes them happy, whether it be hitting people really fucking hard or grappling craftily or, the personality thing.
But
that
they
I think
enjoy the simplicity of it, man.
Yeah. It's polished that way,
It's so polished. Yeah, I love it.
It's fun.
All right, man. Well,
we're
at the time.
Cool.
We're there.
Chilling.
All right. So enjoy the buzzsaw in the background, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can't hear it too much.
Yeah. Hopefully whatever he's building is nice.
Yeah.
Build us a podcast studio.
We tried that. It's not as interesting in the basement. But yeah, man. The coffee was good today. Chocolate
it's great.
raspberry, 2 roasting joes.
Nice treat. Check it out. Check them out.
And take your knowledge and make it actionable skills.
Yeah.
There it is, bros.
Yeah. Try it out.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, and keep your coffee regular.
Coffee regular.
Yes, peace in.